Hey, so good morning, everybody. So as you guys know, we did start, the muscular system last class. And again, I will continue to always reiterate that it is really important if you miss class to watch the recorded Zooms before trying to attempt an assignment that you were not in class for. The reason behind that is one, to get any announcements, important information, but also to get the content. Some people that miss class and try to attempt the assignment either get a lot of questions wrong, and you're pretty much wasting your time because now you kind of have to redo it or get that grade that's probably not going to be as good as it was if you were to watch that Zoom, right, and get that content and important information. Also, if you guys remember, we did take some notes last class on like literally the key of what you guys are going to need for the future and for your test as well. So make sure that if you miss class, hopefully you don't, but if you ever do, that you watch that recording before you do anything else, not just for the assignments or for that content, but also for things that we talk about or any announcements or anything that I make, right? For example, your test for the muscular system. Your test for the muscular system will be on Thursday, January 28th. Jot that down somewhere. Put it in your phone, in your calendar with an alarm, maybe like a few days before or a week before to remind you. Thursday, January 28th. That's 3 weeks from today. 3 weeks from today. Gives you guys a lot of time to kind of go over content and make sure that you are all organized for that day in class. Okay? Are there any questions before we begin today? Good. So today we are going to be, you guys are going to be reading a short little read. And instead of answering questions that I come up with, I thought it'd be a good idea for you guys to create your own test. Okay. So there's kind of a few things involved in this type of assignment. One, you're reading something, but most importantly, two, you are now trying to take out what you believe is the most important information. And not only that, but create questions that you might see on a test. And once I get these questions from you, and I'm going to go into detail in a moment, but you guys might actually see your own questions on the test that you guys take on the 28th. So that's a good incentive. And it's all fair game if you take notes down too and you write these questions down. Obviously, I'm going to have a Google Doc that you'll write the questions in and you'll submit it to me. And you won't be able to look at that, but you can always write the questions down as well and have that as a study guide, as a way of looking through your content as well. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, here it is. So this is not open yet. This is not published yet for you guys to see. I just want to kind of go over it before you guys open it up yourself, just so that there's no confusion. And if you guys have any questions, I can answer it for everybody. So it says, read the important information or read the information below in the muscular system and then create your own test. Use the information below to create 15 questions. So you're going to make your own test. 6 questions should be multiple choice with at least 3 options for somebody. If I was going to take the test, there should be 3 options there for all the multiple choice to pick from, at least 3. 6 true and false questions and 3 open-ended questions. So they're like short answer questions maybe, or a small essay, not an essay, like you guys are familiar with from my tests or my reviews or assignments that I've given you. And as always, it is always a good idea to take notes on the reading. Now, the good thing is you guys creating the test just by making up these questions, that is like notes, if you think about it, because you're trying to pull out the most important information to create 15 questions. And that in and of itself is pretty much like taking notes. So you don't really have to do double here. And it's not a long reading. So I'm just going to kind of show you. You'll see things that are underlined, bolded. Maybe those things are important, It's not that long. Then you're going to go here. You're going to click on this. And again, just to reiterate, when you open this, I have the directions here as well. And then when you come down here, you'll type your questions. Now, does it have to be in order? Do you have to have 6 multiple choice and then 6 true and false and then 3 open-ended? No, you can do it in whatever order you want. Some people like to keep it in order just so that they don't lose track of how many of each they have, but that's really on, it's whatever you want to do. As long as you have 15 total, 6 multiple choice, 6 true and false, 3 open-ended. And I do want you guys to take your time with this. Okay. In the past, I have done something similar to this, and I've had some pretty, some questions that are just like true and false. The bicep is a muscle, right? I want you guys to start thinking a level up. Okay. And I want you guys to start thinking about more questions that are a little bit more advanced. Okay. And it'll only benefit you for when you are taking your test later on. Are there any questions at all with what I am expected of you for today? This assignment will be done over a 2-class period, so we will have today to complete it as well as Monday's class to complete it as well. So I don't want you guys to feel like you need to rush or that you need to do anything outside of class today or over the weekend to get this done. So you will use class time today, and then we will finish up on Monday during class. So none of this stuff needs to be done outside of our class.